Hey guys, Matt here and welcome to this brand new episode of my top 6 fragrances. Now, the reason I don't look so good today is because this is my last day in the UK before I leave for the US. So I thought I would quickly throw in this video just before I go because this will technically be the last video while I'm here in the UK. So I thought I'd give you it. Now, what is the winter all about? Well, it's cold, isn't it? It's about being with your loved ones. It's about being all close. It's about Christmas, and you know, it's probably one of my favorite seasons. I mean, I love the summer, but winter is just really dear to me. I remember when I grew up, there was a lot of snow. I remember for some reason when I was a kid, there was more snow here in the UK than there is now. And I can remember going outside, building snowmen, making igloos, and you know, I just remember so much snow, and I can remember loving it. And since then, I actually love the snow. I probably love the look of it more than I love being in it. So yeah, but here we are. We're going to start this video now. Now these are my top 6 picks for the winter. So what kind of accords am I looking at here? I'm looking at spicy, I'm looking at warm, I'm looking at a little bit sweet. So I'm looking at notes maybe like cinnamon, vanilla, amber, just, you know, some like spicy type notes. Some fragrances that are going to warm me up when I'm wearing my big coat and I'm wearing my scarf, because that's what I'm going to be wearing. So let's get into this. Now before I do talk about the fragrances, I just wanted to let you guys know that all of these fragrances are designer. I would put some niche ones in, but I only have samples that I've received from so many subscribers on my channel. I'm so grateful, as you guys know, for these samples, but hopefully someday I will actually get full bottles of some of these samples. But these are all designer scents, and they're all really good, and I hope that you all appreciate the fact that I am showing designer scents, because these scents do me very good, and I love them all very much. So there's one honorable mention, and then there will be 6 in the list. And just so you know, I'm gonna say this before you get bored of my voice. A lot of people have been asking me things like, you know, why do you do top 6? Well, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but this will be the last one. So here we go. My honorable mention for the winter of 2016, as of right now, is a fragrance from the house of Davidoff, and it is the original Zeno. Now this fragrance came out in 1986, and it's known as a woody aromatic. I would say that it was quite oriental though. It's got some like vanilla in there. It's also got a little bit of artemisia. It's got some bergamot, sandalwood. It's a really nice smooth vanilla scent. I've always compared this to Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I think it's not exactly the same. It doesn't have the quality of Tobacco Vanille, but it certainly does have this warm quality, this very nice vanilla note, just like Tobacco Vanille. So I guess that's why I compare it. But this is just a nice scent. I get about 8 hours longevity out of this. You can get this fairly cheap. It's a great scent. I mean, it's the original from Davidoff, so it's just really nice. There's also some tobacco in there, I did forget to mention. So it's very warm, it's very spicy, and it's just a really nice sort of gentleman type scent. I really like this one. So if you're looking for a scent which is warm, gentleman, quality, this is a great one to go for. It's just really nice, and yeah, this is definitely going to be in my list. So this is Zeno Davidoff as my honorable mention of winter fragrances. So I do hope you all check it out. So Zeno by Davidoff. Now let's get into the list. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk about comes from the house of Laurice Azzaro. Now, I really like the house of Laurice Azzaro. I'm not really into their new fragrances, like Wanted, for example. I do not like that fragrance. I think it's just a knockoff to Paco Rabanne Invictus, so I'm not a big fan of that. But I do like their sort of recent previous designs, you know, like I really like Chrome. I like their Chrome Legend. I think that's also a really great scent, and I also am really in love with the original Azzaro Boucheron. But this is a one that I've recently bought, and I absolutely love this fragrance. I think it doesn't get enough love in the community. A lot of people think it's just this horrible smell. I don't think it's horrible at all, and this is number 6, Desel. Now, firstly, this bottle is awesome, right? It just looks like a handheld microphone, but it's awesome, right? We get some incense, we get some lavender in this fragrance, we also get some juniper. So it's a very crisp, sort of pine incense sort of fragrance. It's really, really nice. I don't know why people dislike this one, because it lasts for a while on my skin. A lot of people have said that it doesn't last long on their skin, but on my skin this is fairly good. It's like 7 to 8 hours, so it's not too bad, but it's just very warm. It reminds me of when I used to do, excuse me, I used to do carol services in churches when I was young, and I used to, it was for the schools, I wasn't like a choir boy or anything, but it was a thing that we used to do at the festive time of years. So I remember there was some incense light getting lit in the corner of the room in the church, and the smell is very, very similar to the one in this. So that's why I really like this fragrance, and I hold it really closely to sort of Christmas time and winter. So yeah, it's really, really nice. If you like incense, you'll like this one. So check it out. This is Desel by Azzaro. That's my number 6. Now my number 5 is a fragrance which I have loved for a very long time. I actually need to get another bottle of this when I go to the States, of course, but I will be taking it with me to the States. This comes from the house of Boucheron, and it's called Jaipur Homme. As you can see, I don't have much juice left, but this fragrance is amazing. It's spicy, it's oriental, it's just, it's so, so nice. Now, Jaipur, it's a city in India, so this fragrance is based from that. It's quality in a bottle, I think. I mean, this isn't a niche fragrance, it's designer, but it smells absolutely wonderful. It smells totally unique. It doesn't smell like a lot of other fragrances out there. It is quite an old scent. It came out in the 90s, but it's still really, really, really nice. So if you're into your classic scents and you want something which just smells very sophisticated and elegant, this is a one you need to go for. This is Jaipur Homme by Boucheron. It's got some vanilla and amber. It's also got some basil in there. Really, really nice scent. It's just so sophisticated. So, so sophisticated. So check it out. Actually, you know what? I think it's got some incense in there too. I could be wrong, but yeah, beautiful scent. Do check it out. That's my number 5. Now my number 4 on this list, guys, is a fragrance that I worship. I absolutely adore this fragrance. It's a fragrance which I've associated a lot with Balenciaga Pour Homme, which of course is my most favorite powerhouse fragrance of all time, in case you don't know. This fragrance came out in 1992, and it comes from a French company called Aubusson, and it's called Aubusson Homme. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one or not, but it's pretty rare. I think it's really rare now. I mean, I picked this up for £20, really cheap price, but I've looked and looked and looked on eBay and I cannot find any more. I think there's a one going from the States which is like £60 or something. So prices for this are going up, but if you can find it, get it. They also do a one called Aubusson Man, which is not the same fragrance. If you want this original scent, it's the one with the brown stone effect here in the green bottle. Now this fragrance has some like really nice notes in it. It's got some artemisia, it's also got aldehydes in the top. It's like a pine needle apple sort of fragrance. It's also got some cinnamon in there too, so it's a very festive sort of smell. Like, I associate this with Balenciaga Pour Homme because it smells very similar in the dry down, but it's only the dry down that it does smell similar in. Cinnamon in this is really, really nice. It smells like a pure cinnamon stick, so if you like the smell of cinnamon, you might want to give this one a go. It doesn't have apple in it, but I do get an apple pie sort of smell out of this. I don't know what it is, but I really, really like this fragrance. So if you want something that's a little bit different, a little bit retro, get this fragrance, if you can get it. I mean, like I said, it is rare, but it's a really good classic fragrance, and I would highly, highly recommend it. And I think it's discontinued now. You can only get this in the old formula, so try your best to find it. So this is Aubusson Homme by Aubusson. Now, what have we got left? We have, let's see, yes, we have 3 more fragrances. So my number 3 on this list, guys, is, you guys are going to be quite shocked, I think. But yeah, it's Habit Rouge by Guerlain. The reason this is number 3 is because I'm only going to be wearing this once when I go to the States. I'm going to be wearing this on a night where I think we're doing a Secret Santa. I'm doing a Secret Santa with my girlfriend's family. We're going to somebody else's house. And I just think this fragrance will do really well around people. And I think it's just got this inviting sort of smell to it. It's really, really nice. If you haven't smelled Habit Rouge, it's a classic. If you ever want to smell it and you don't have it, go to a Guerlain counter and check it out. And yeah, it's really, really beautiful. I remember this was love at first sniff for me. Now, this is a very sort of citrusy, spicy, dusty sort of fragrance. I don't know why I say dusty, but it just has this sort of really dusty sort of edge to it. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Like, how to describe it, sorry, but it's really, really nice. This is just so different from a lot of scents. It was recently brought back. I think this is the recent version, of course, but it came out in 2003, but the original version came out in 1965, and that version is apparently very, very similar to this. I don't know, but great, great fragrance, guys. I just love the fact that it's got the red label on the front. It's just, it's perfect for sort of Christmas time, I think. That's why I'm adding it in this list. So yeah, it's really, really nice, guys. I would highly recommend you check out Habit Rouge for a classic, sophisticated scent. Seriously. Now, we'll come down to my last two. Now, this fragrance was my number one last year, but the reason it's not my number one this year is because of that reason. I have something else I'm going to be wearing mostly this winter, so this is a fragrance which I picked up in the States, and a lot of people, I mean a lot of people, were telling me to check this fragrance out, but I never got round to it. And I managed to pick up a bottle of this in the States for a very cheap price, because it is quite cheap. You can get this in 125 ml, I believe. Yeah, and it comes in an eau de cologne concentration, and it lasts for a long time too. It's like 8 hours. Really good stuff. This is Z14 by Halston, okay? This fragrance came out in the 70s, like 1976, so it is a classic scent, but it smells so, so nice. It's boozy, it's lemony, it's a bit leathery as well. It's so, so nice. Like, if you like, there's a discontinued scent from Tom Ford called Italian Cypress. If you've ever smelled that, basically Tom Ford ripped it off from this. This is what it smells like. So, I mean, I don't know if it's exactly the same. I'm not judging anything. So if you've got Italian Cypress and you think it's similar, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's so boozy and, oh, I love it. Absolutely love this stuff. Wore it like crazy last year. I might still wear it this year, I don't know. But the first one on my list is definitely going to be worn a lot. So, let me show you guys what it is. So that's Z14, my number two. Now, my number one is a fragrance that I absolutely worship. I think a lot of people really like this scent, and it's a bit of a surprise coming from the fact that it's a Calvin Klein scent. And this one is actually a flanker of the original CK1, which came out in 1994. This fragrance came out in 2011, and it's totally different to the original. This one is a spicy sort of scent, and it is CK1 Shock for Men. Now, this fragrance, oh my god, is amazing. So, it literally smells like musk and black pepper, and it's also got this like cherry sort of pipe tobacco smell to it, and it also smells a little bit like cinnamon. Cinnamon is not listed in the fragrance, but I do get cinnamon very, very strongly. This fragrance is just amazing. Like, this is a 200 ml. I picked this up for like £20 or something like that in my local supermarket, and I'm so, so happy to have it. Really, really happy. It's just so, so nice. Like, you smell it, you put it on your hand, and it smells like Christmas. It's got this cinnamon, it's got this pine sort of smell to it. It's just absolutely beautiful. And the dry down is so, so beautiful. It's got cashmere woods in the dry down, so it's just so, so beautiful. And lasts for quite a long time too. This is the second formulation. I used to have this fragrance when it first came out. I got it in 2011, and the atomizer was silver, but now obviously now it's black. So I don't think they've really changed much in the formulation. I mean, it probably was a little bit stronger, but this is just so, so nice. It's sweet, it's a little bit syrupy, it's just so, so nice. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Tobacco Vanille, actually, by Tom Ford, but this one is obviously more strong on that cherry cinnamon sort of smell. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be wearing mostly this winter, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my list. Like I said, I hope it's okay the fact that I haven't added much niche fragrances in this list. If I had, because obviously the niche fragrances that I do have in my collection in the samples, if I had more of them, they would totally be in this list. I'm not kidding. But the fact that I don't have much of it, it's kind of a bit pointless, considering how can I use like a small sample throughout the whole month of Christmas, you know? So yeah, I really do hope you've enjoyed this list. Please let me know what you think of these fragrances in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Thank you so, so, so much for watching, guys. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thank you all for all the love you guys have been sending me. And yeah, honestly, I am so eternally grateful. Now, I will probably be I'll probably be leaving by the time this fragrance gets uploaded to my YouTube channel. But I really do hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next episode, which will be in the United States. So, Expect some really good videos coming up actually, guys, when I get over there. I'm going to be doing so many interesting things. Okay guys, see you in the next episode and keep smelling good. Have a good one guys and have a lovely Christmas. Bye bye for now.